Okay, time to start binding this quilt, which means first popping the binding on the edge and positioning it under the foot, get it right up against that homemade guide, and make sure all the weight of the quilt is supported. And holding the thread tails down. It's time to slowly start. And now the job is just to keep lining up the edge of the binding to the edge of the quilt and keeping them butted up against my guide. So in small increments. I just line up to the front of my machine. And we're getting a nice even stitch along the inside here. So now it's just keep on going. And of course readjust. How do you work out that you're about 1/4 of an inch from the edge if you can't see a mark? In my case, I use my pinky finger in front of the foot here, and as I feel the edge of the quilt go under my pinky finger, so I can feel the edge of the quilt and the edge of my under the edge of my finger, I know I can take 2 stitches and I'm at about the 1/4 inch. Now with the needle down, I follow a tip I learnt from Pam on AccuQuilt of sewing off at an angle and bring the needle up, press the foot up clip my thread. Now it's time to turn the corner, and if I'm lucky I've got it just about right. Well, I can take that pin out so I don't keep pricking myself on it. And of course I haven't got my pin cushion out, so I should just have to tuck it in here. Right, now get a little bit of length off of there. We go straight up so that we've got a straight line along the edge of the quilt. Right, we fold down, lining up on this edge of the quilt, making sure it's flush to the top here. I've got a cheeky girl in the corner. Let's just pop that down in the corner here to hold it. And then I can get a couple of clips. Handy having that pin there. Get a couple of clips. One will go there. Which should be just in front of my presser foot. And the other will go there, just to help secure things. And a third will go up in this corner, which will secure things enough time to pull this back forwards. Now I do this bit with the foot up, because I'm feeling for where the fold is, and take that one out, get that right across. I felt where the fold is, and now it's time to get the needle. So I've got the needle down where the fold is, put the foot down. Oh, I'm going to have to remove that clip first because it's too close to the edge of the foot. I've got everything lined up there and there. Put the clips back in the pot. Put the foot down, hold the threads back, and start. Now that clip can come out and we can go back to lining up the raw edges of the quilt and the binding, and making sure they're right up against the guide, and sew away. Okay, hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate how I gauge. There we go. Gauge my 1/4 inch. I know as I lose the feeling under there of the edge of the quilt that I'm at that point. So my pinky finger was on the edge here, and then as my finger touched the foot and I felt it come off the edge of the quilt, I know that's about 1/4 inch. So I've got my needle down, foot up, 45-degree twist, foot down, sew off the edge. There we go. Needle up, foot up, give it a pull, clip the thread, and then it's about 1/4 inch, so that when I fold, hold on, let's shift that back so I've got room. Now when I fold this up, it runs at the edge there, and then I can fold this down again, line it up with the edge of the quilt, and put the clip in. With the clip in and a clip along the edge, we can now pull the sewing machine back forwards and get the quilt back under the needle. Let's move that across a little bit more. I've managed to catch my threads and pull them forward, so let's just push them back again. There we are. That down. Remove that clip. It just gives me one less thing to hold on to leave the other clip in and start. Now I can remove that clip and go back to sewing down the side. This is a short edge. It's actually the, oh, now we see why I need to concentrate on what I'm doing, because I've run out of bobbin thread. Well, that's handy, because I'd also strayed way over and I was thinking, oh no, I've got to undo all that, but I ran out of bobbin thread, so I don't. I just need to find the bobbins and change the bobbin thread. So now to try and remember where I put my bobbin case, because I've put it somewhere safe, somewhere where I can get at it. Here it is, top one. Of course it would be the top one. Right. And you got to fight to get into the darn thing. Down a second. There we are. The worst thing about having different cases for things is some, like this one, you just push up, and others you've got a little nub to flip that locks it. Anyway, let's pop that back up in there. Take the new full one. And reload the bobbin. There we go. And we pull that through. Which gets that bobbin thread up. And I'll bring this up here. Clip it there, just to even out the ends, and get that in. Now I didn't put a thread pot out, so let's get the thread pot. Since Willow here is a little bit of a naughty girl who would chew on the threads, it's important to have a place to put my threads and any clipped off fabric, because it's better than having a trip to the vets. Anyway, here we go, take two. Oh. I'm sure that's not what you wanted, to have all this fabric waved in your faces, but it is what it is. Right. As I put it down, I can feel if I'm going into too thick a thickness of fabric. And move that one. Make sure I'm right up close to this time. There we are. Now, holding my back threads. Perhaps if I switch on, there we go. And just got to rearrange this all along the side here because it got, oops, there we are. Take that clip out and pop it back, and here we go again. Make sure I'm up close to my guide. There we go, that's better. While I'm glad I didn't have to unpick stitches and restart them, and I feel that I was lucky running out of bobbin where I did, it's always a bit of a lottery where the bobbin thread or the top thread will run out. So that was a bit of fun. Anyway, here we go. This is just me sewing my binding on. Okay, I'm at the last corner, but it looks like I might have a bit of a bobbin chicken going on, because that's how much is left on the binding bobbin, and I've got to get all the way along here and have them overlap so that I can join them. Now, fingers crossed this will happen. Otherwise, I'll have to just get a bit of other binding I'd cut in the wrong direction with the stripes zigzagging the other way. Doesn't really matter much, but hey, it's all fun.